Have you ever wondered why some people seem to attract wealth effortlessly while others struggle their entire lives? What if I told you that the secrets to financial success have been known for over 6,000 years? Welcome to the timeless wisdom of the richest man in Babylon by George S. Clason, a book that holds the key to building and keeping wealth, no matter your starting point. Stick with me as we break down this ancient guide to financial prosperity. The Richest Man in Babylon is a collection of financial parables set in the ancient city of Babylon, a place known for its incredible wealth and wisdom. Through engaging storytelling, the book shares practical money lessons that are just as relevant today as they were thousands of years ago. Chapter 1. The Man Who Desired Gold. Our journey begins with Bansur, a humble chariot builder in Babylon, who finds himself sitting on a low wall outside his workshop, staring at his unfinished chariot. His heart is heavy as he contemplates his empty purse and the growing needs of his household. Despite years of hard work, he remains poor, a fact that weighs on him more heavily than the midday sun beating down on his brow. His best friend, Kabi, a musician, soon arrives, plucking the strings of his lyre in an attempt to lighten the mood. But Bansur's face remains somber. When questioned, he confesses his frustration, not with his craft, but with his financial state. He shares a recent dream where he was wealthy, with a purse full of gold, spending freely and without worry. But upon waking, reality crushed his fleeting joy. He wonders aloud why he and Kabi, both skilled men of their trades, continue to struggle while the wealthy of Babylon thrive. Kabi listens intently and acknowledges that he too has long wondered the same. The two reflect on their years of toil, recalling how they have worked tirelessly, yet have little to show for it beyond basic sustenance. They watch as the wealthier citizens of Babylon ride past in golden chariots, their fine garments shimmering in the sun, and they question what sets these people apart from themselves. Determined to change their fate, Bansur and Kabi decide to seek wisdom from someone who has succeeded where they have failed, Arkad, the richest man in Babylon. They remember Arkad from their youth. He had been no different from them, neither more skilled nor more intelligent. Yet somehow, he had accumulated vast wealth. Perhaps he held a secret they had overlooked. Encouraged by this thought, they resolve to visit Arkad and seek his guidance. But before they go, they decide to gather others from their circle, friends who also struggle with the same financial burdens. If they are to uncover the path to prosperity, why not share the knowledge and uplift their entire community? And so, with newfound determination, Bansur and Kabi set off to find Arkad, unaware that their lives are about to change forever. Lesson: wanting wealth is not enough. You must actively seek knowledge on how to acquire it. Chapter 2. The Richest Man in Babylon. Arkad welcomes his old friends warmly, recognizing the curiosity and frustration in their eyes. He invites them to sit and begins to share the wisdom he has gained over the years. Arkad reveals his simple yet powerful secret. A part of all you earn is yours to keep. He explains that most people work tirelessly yet fail to accumulate wealth because they spend everything they earn. The key, he insists, is to first pay oneself before spending on anything else. He then recounts his own journey, from being a humble scribe to becoming the richest man in Babylon. In his youth, he was no more knowledgeable about money than his friends were now. However, his turning point came when he met Algamish, a wealthy moneylender. Arkad had been tasked with copying tablets for Algamish, but when he failed to complete the work in time, he seized the opportunity to ask Algamish for advice on accumulating wealth. Algamish, rather than scolding him, saw his eagerness to learn and shared a fundamental truth. Wealth grows when you save, invest wisely, and make money work for you. Heeding this advice, Arkad began setting aside 1/10 of his earnings, ensuring that his wealth steadily grew. At first, this sum seemed small, but over time, it multiplied. He then learned to invest these savings carefully, avoiding risky ventures and instead placing his trust in sound, proven opportunities. However, Arkad admits he made mistakes along the way. Early on, He entrusted his savings to a brickmaker who claimed he could purchase rare jewels in foreign lands. The venture failed, and Arkad lost his investment. From this, he learned a valuable lesson. Only take financial advice from those who are truly knowledgeable in the field. Over time, Arkad refined his strategies, ensuring his savings were not only preserved but also actively working for him. He reinvested his earnings wisely and continued to build his fortune. His wealth grew not by luck or chance, but by following clear, disciplined financial principles. He turns to his friends and tells them that anyone, regardless of their current financial situation, can achieve prosperity by following these principles. The key is consistency, patience, and discipline. Lesson: pay yourself first. At least 10% of your earnings should be saved and invested. Seek wisdom from experienced individuals, and let your money work for you over time. Chapter 3: 7 Cures for a Lean Purse. Arkad gathers his students and begins to elaborate on the 7 cures for a lean purse, emphasizing that wealth is not achieved through chance, but through deliberate action and financial discipline. 1. Start thy purse to fattening. Arkad stresses the importance of saving at least 10% of one's earnings. He shares examples of successful merchants and traders who became wealthy simply by setting aside a portion of their income regularly. Even those who earn little can achieve financial growth by consistently saving over time. 2. Control thy expenditures. Many people claim they do not earn enough to save, but Arkad highlights that uncontrolled desires are often the real issue. He encourages his students to track their spending, distinguish between needs and wants, and allocate money wisely. 3. Make thy gold multiply. Saving money is just the beginning. Investing wisely is the true key to wealth accumulation. Arkad describes how he reinvested his early savings in ventures that generated further income, allowing his wealth to grow exponentially. He advises against letting money sit idle and instead urges his listeners to put their gold to work. 4. Guard thy treasures from loss. To protect wealth, Arkad warns against reckless investments and scams. He stresses the importance of seeking guidance from knowledgeable individuals before committing money. He shares stories of individuals who lost fortunes by trusting in proven schemes and emphasizes the importance of due diligence. 5. Make of thy dwelling a profitable investment. Arkad advises his students to own their homes rather than renting. He explains how owning property builds stability and security while reducing long-term expenses, leading to greater financial freedom. 6. Ensure a future income. Planning for the future is essential. Arkad emphasizes the need for securing an income stream for old age and unexpected circumstances. He encourages investments in secure, long-term assets and retirement planning to ensure continued prosperity even when one is no longer actively earning. 7. Increase thy ability to earn. Continuous self-improvement and education are key to financial growth. Arkad urges his students to develop skills, seek better opportunities, and stay adaptable in an ever-changing economy. Those who increase their value in the marketplace will always find ways to earn more. By following these 7 principles, Arkad assures his students that they, too, can achieve financial success. He reminds them that building wealth is not an overnight process, but a lifelong commitment to financial wisdom and discipline. Lesson: wealth building is a step-by-step process that requires discipline, patience, and smart decision-making. Chapter 4: Meet the Goddess of Good Luck. Arkad explains that luck favors those who take action. Many people wait for a lucky break, but fail to seize opportunities when they arise. He tells the story of a merchant who missed a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity because of hesitation. He had the chance to buy rare gems from a trader who needed quick coin, but he doubted himself and delayed. When he finally decided to act, another buyer had already seized the deal, turning a massive profit. The lesson? Fortune rewards those who recognize and act upon opportunities without hesitation. Arkad also shares the tale of a young man who borrowed money to start a trade business. Unlike many who fear failure, he took the risk, worked diligently, and saw his wealth grow. Over time, he recognized that luck is not about chance, but but about preparation meeting opportunity. Those who consistently strive to improve their skills and knowledge are more likely to encounter fortunate circumstances. Furthermore, Arkid warns against the illusion of luck. Many attribute others' success to mere fortune, failing to see the years of effort and learning behind it. He emphasizes that what appears as luck is often the result of diligent work, wise decision-making, and the courage to seize the right moment. Lesson: opportunities are everywhere, but only those prepared to act will benefit from them. Luck is not random. It is created through effort, readiness, and decisiveness. Chapter 5. The 5 Laws of Gold. A young man, no macer, is given a choice by his father, Arkid: take a bag of gold or a clay tablet inscribed with the 5 laws of gold. He chooses wisdom over immediate riches, and through applying these laws, he builds his own fortune. His journey is not without struggle. At first, he makes mistakes, trusting the wrong people and making poor investments. However, he soon realizes that true wealth is not in possessing gold, but in understanding the principles that govern its growth. The 5 laws of gold are: 1. Gold comes easily to those who save at least 1/10 of their earnings. No macer learns that regular saving is the foundation of financial security. Even small, consistent savings accumulate over time and create a strong financial base. 2. Gold works for those who invest it wisely. Money should never sit idle. No macer discovers that by reinvesting his savings in ventures with sound returns, his wealth begins to multiply. He learns the value of compounding and steady investment. 3. Gold sticks with those who seek expert advice before investing. After losing part of his wealth in a risky venture, no macer understands the importance of learning from those who have experience in money matters. He begins consulting successful traders and financiers before making decisions. 4. Gold is lost when invested in things one does not understand. One of no macer's earliest mistakes was entrusting his money to a business he knew little about. This law teaches that one must never invest in opportunities they don't fully grasp. Education and research are key before committing funds. 5. Gold flees from those who try to make it grow through impossible schemes. No macer meets people who promise instant riches but ultimately deceive him. Through this, he realizes that real wealth is built through patience and steady growth, not reckless speculation. Through hardships, no macer applies these laws and gradually builds a fortune greater than the initial bag of gold he refused. When he returns to Babylon, he not only has wealth but also the knowledge to sustain it. His father, Arkid, is proud, not because of his riches, but because he has mastered the wisdom that will ensure his prosperity for life. Lesson: financial wisdom is more valuable than money itself. Understanding how wealth is built, protected, and grown is the true key to lasting prosperity. Chapter 6. The Gold Lender of Babylon. This chapter tells the story of Rodin, a humble spear maker who unexpectedly receives 50 gold pieces as a gift for his craftsmanship. Overwhelmed by the sudden wealth, he is unsure of how to handle it wisely. Rather than spending it recklessly, he seeks the counsel of Mathan, a respected money lender in Babylon. Mathan welcomes Rodin and listens to his concerns. He explains that gold, like a faithful servant, will work for its master if treated with care. However, it can also flee from those who misuse it. Mathan then shares his personal collection of borrowers' pledges, various items left as collateral for loans. Each item tells a story of either financial wisdom or folly. He warns Rodin that money should only be lent to those with a proven ability to repay. Many people borrow with good intentions, but if they lack the means or discipline to return the money, both the lender and borrower suffer. He shares the tale of a man who borrowed gold to start a business without any prior experience. The business failed, and he could not repay his debt, leading to hardship for both parties. Mathan advises Rodin to invest his gold where it will generate steady returns rather than lending it to those who may never repay. He stresses the importance of assessing a borrower's credibility, their ability to generate income, and their past financial habits before parting with one's wealth. Rodden leaves with a newfound appreciation for the responsibility that comes with wealth. He realizes that possessing gold is not enough. Knowing how to protect and grow it is the true key to financial security. Lesson: be cautious with lending money. Ensure the borrower has the means and intent to repay. Instead of giving away wealth blindly, seek investments that allow money to grow steadily and securely. This chapter tells the story of Rodden, a spear maker who receives 50 gold pieces as a gift. Unsure what to do with it, he seeks advice from Mathen, a moneylender. Mathen teaches him about responsible lending, warning that money should only be lent to those with a proven ability to repay. Lesson: be cautious with lending money. Ensure the borrower has the means and intent to repay. Chapter 7. The Walls of Babylon. The mighty walls of Babylon stood as a testament to the city's strength, resilience, and wisdom. Built to protect its people from external threats, these towering defenses were impenetrable, a symbol of security and foresight. During an intense siege, the citizens of Babylon remained safe behind their walls, unshaken by the enemy forces outside. The city's leaders knew that true protection was not just about physical barriers, but also about preparation and planning. Babylon had ample stores of food, water, and resources to withstand long sieges. They had invested in their future security, ensuring that no hardship could catch them unprepared. Arkad uses the walls of Babylon as a metaphor for financial security. Just as the city's defenses protected its inhabitants, financial wisdom acts as a safeguard against economic hardships. Those who build strong financial walls, through savings, wise investments, and disciplined spending, will remain secure even in times of crisis. Lesson: financial security is built over time, just like the great walls of Babylon. By planning ahead and protecting wealth, one can withstand the uncertainties of life and remain strong in the face of financial challenges. Chapter 8. The Camel Trader of Babylon. Tarkad, a young man who has fallen into debt, finds himself wandering the streets of Babylon, hungry and desperate. With no money and no prospects, he contemplates begging but is ashamed. His despair leads him to an encounter with Dabasir, a once destitute man who transformed his life through financial discipline. Dabasir was not always a successful camel trader. He reveals that, in his youth, he was reckless with money, spending beyond his means and borrowing without thought of repayment. Eventually, his debts became so overwhelming that he was captured and sold into slavery. Forced into a harsh and humiliating existence, Dabasir realized that his misfortune stemmed from his own choices. Determined to reclaim his freedom, Dabasir devised a plan. He resolved to repay every debt he owed, proving to himself and others that he was an honorable man. With perseverance, he escaped slavery, returned to Babylon, and sought out his creditors. Many were surprised, but agreed to accept repayment in small, consistent amounts. Over time, Dabasir regained his reputation, built a thriving business, and ultimately achieved wealth beyond his imagination. As Tarkad listens, he realizes that his own situation, though dire, is not hopeless. Inspired by Dabasir's transformation, he resolves to take responsibility for his debts and rebuild his life. Lesson: no matter how deep in debt you are, financial freedom is possible through discipline, commitment to repayment, and a willingness to change one's financial habits. Chapter 9. The Clay Tablets from Babylon. This chapter reinforces the power of Arkad's teachings through ancient tablets discovered in modern times, proving that financial principles remain unchanged through history. The clay tablets, written by an unknown Babylonian scribe, recount the methods by which wealth was accumulated, maintained, and passed down across generations. These tablets contain detailed accounts of individuals who transformed their financial destinies by adhering to Arkad's teachings. One such tablet describes a young merchant who began with a small sum and, by following the principles of saving and investing wisely, grew his wealth steadily. Another tablet tells of a laborer who, despite earning meager wages, managed to secure his family's future through disciplined savings and cautious spending. These stories serve as evidence that prosperity is attainable for anyone willing to follow time-tested financial wisdom. Additionally, scholars and historians marvel at how these financial strategies align with modern economic principles, emphasizing that the path to wealth is neither new nor mysterious. The strategies used by the Babylonians, earning, saving, investing, and protecting one's assets, mirror those taught by financial experts today. Lesson: the path to wealth is timeless and universal. Financial wisdom transcends eras and civilizations, proving that disciplined financial habits remain the foundation of lasting prosperity. So, what can we take away from the richest man in Babylon? Wealth is built through discipline and smart financial habits. Pay yourself first. Save at least 10% of your earnings. Invest wisely, avoiding get-rich-quick schemes. Seek financial knowledge and surround yourself with wise advisors. Take responsibility for your financial future. Wealth doesn't happen by accident. If you found these lessons valuable, start applying them today. Begin with small steps: saving, investing, and learning. Let me know in the comments which principle stood out to you the most. And if you enjoyed this summary, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more insightful book breakdowns. Until next time, stay financially wise and keep building your fortune.